place rabbits. All first place rabbits in the ring at this time, please. That will be Andrew Espinoza, Abby Jones, and Jake Jones. All first place rabbits in the ring at this time. Second place be standing by.
Basically what we look for in a rabbit is we look for the same thing as a market-ready animal. The one that brings the most availability of basically what we call cutability in an animal. Our first class rabbit, of course, it's little, it needs little time. The rabbit that fits me today for the standard, as far as showing what we look for in the what we call the meat rabbit and everything, is your class 2 goat.
Okay, I need from class 2, I need the second place, Benjamin Espinoza. From class 2, Benjamin Espinoza. Again, dairy heifers will be getting ready. Jaxson Burrus, you're first in the ring.
Okay, we bring in the second place rabbit from the second class. Again, we're looking at cutability, marketability of an animal. I know most of us don't think of a rabbit that way, but that is what they're being shown for. Most of these rabbits, that's not what they'll go for. And we understand that, but we still have a standard to look at. The second place rabbit is not quite as filled out. He wouldn't quite be ready to go into a market type situation like that. So today, for your reserving show, I'm going to take the first place in the third class.
Okay, today your grand champion rabbit comes from class 2 and shown by Abby Jones. Reserve grand champion out of class 3 goes to Jake Jones. Congratulations to these two. I need all first place heifers in the ring at this time. All first place heifers in the ring. Out of class 1, Jaxson Burrus. Class 2, Hayden Burrus. Class 3, Hayden Burrus. Class 4, Kendra Kelly. Class 5, Jaxson Burrus. Class 6, Kaitlynn Kelly, and Class 7, Jaxson Burrus. All first place heifers in the ring at this time, please.
Different sizes and shapes out here today in contention for champion, but if we could at least go ahead and give these exhibitors a round of applause for all their hard work today. Seven really nice, well-made heifers that were all, some had a lot of competition, some only singles in their class, but I think anyone out here can agree that a lot of these heifers could do a lot at another level. For me today, for reserve champion, if you go ahead and pull that jersey out, she'll be a reserve champion today. I just love the overall style and scale and just depth of both fore and rear rib. Just an extremely correct heifer. You'd maybe like to see her tail setting be a touch neater, but there's not a lot of holes in this heifer. Just extremely good. For champion today, I'm going to go with a heifer that I feel like has what I like to call that next level appeal. You know, a heifer that could go on and really compete at a higher level at those, regional national shows. If you go ahead and pull this Class 2 winner out, she'll be your champion today. Just a heifer that there's really not a hole in. You love that overall size and scale. You love that openness and angularity. She's extremely stylish and feminine throughout. She carries that throughout her entire frame. You love the correctness of foot and leg this heifer has. Just a really pretty heifer, and she'll be your champion today. Congratulations to all exhibitors and to your champions as well.
Your grand champion junior dairy heifer comes from Class 2, tag number 3291, goes to Hayden Burrus. Congratulations, Hayden. And reserve champion comes from Class 7, tag number 3694, reserve champion Jaxson Burrus. Congratulations, Jaxson. Junior dairy heifer showers. All junior dairy heifer showers, you need to bring a heifer back into the ring for showmanship. All junior heifer showers.
Three exhibitors out here in contention for junior showmanship. Can we go ahead and give them a round of applause, please? Lots of different levels of learning in this class, but the young man here in first, if you go ahead and lead your heifer out, I just feel like he just gives an example of the total package. He's very attentive where I'm at. His heifer just flows really well with him. He's always watching for commands and signals. Just also I give it an advantage in the way he handles that halter, particularly out of the move, and that head carriage that he exhibits the heifer with. Taking nothing away from the young lady in second, you'll lead your heifer out. Does a really nice job bringing around the heifer, bringing with the heifer. The heifer's extremely well trained. She's very attentive to what's going on. They flow and move together. I just like to change the way that she handles on that halter with this heifer today to get her ahead of the young man coming out first. Young man coming out in third, a little younger than the previous two competitors, but does an extremely nice job in his own right. This heifer's very well trained, and they parade around the ring exceptionally well together. Thank you.
Your junior champion showmanship winner is Hayden, Burrus.
Senior Showmanship, and you can tell all the work and effort that they put into their projects throughout the year. We can go give them a round of applause, please. Showmanship at any level is about a few things in my mind. It's about being able to parade those animals around the ring correctly. It's about control of your animal. It's about having an animal that's well groomed and taken care of. It's about being able to follow commands and being attentive to a judge. But when you get up into the senior level, something that I feel like kids have to exhibit is that ability to not give your animal, never let your animal have a bad look. And for that reason, young man, if you leave this jersey out, he'll be your winner today in this championship. I just feel like he puts in that little bit of extra effort every time he moves around the ring, every step he takes, to make sure that that heifer's always exhibiting herself as good as possible. He's extremely attentive to where I'm at. You love the way he parades around the ring with the animal. You love that head carriage on that jersey, and they just move pretty effortlessly around the ring together. Taking nothing away from the young lady coming out in second. Young lady coming out in second just doesn't quite give that little bit of extra when they're going ahead and stopping as they're moving through the ring. I would just prefer that she just give a little more attention to where the legs are set up, how the animal looks, but very attentive and effortlessly moves around the ring with this heifer. You can tell she's putting in a lot of work. She uses that advantage and how attentive she is to where I'm at, and quick to follow my calls, to carry over the young lady coming out here in third. The young lady coming out here in third just missed a few calls right at first and wasn't quite as attentive to where I was at and what I was asking as the people coming out ahead of her. But I give her an advantage over the young lady coming out in fourth in the way she correctly handles this animal around the ring and has control of this animal at all times. Taking nothing away from the young lady and out in fourth, I give her a lot of credit for fighting the way she's fought, but the heifer's just really not wanting to cooperate with her. But four outstanding senior showmanship, and they've done a really nice job.
Jaxson, Burrus, would you please come back into the ring? Jaxson, Burrus. Come on over here, Jaxson. Don't be bashful. Get your hands out of your pocket. Shake hands. This is your senior showmanship winner and the overall showman for Dairy Heifer, Jaxson Burrus. Good job, Jaxson. With the heifer show. Alright. Class 1, junior heifers. I need Keely Dunham, Kenadee Ramage, Rowdy Ramage, and Nathan Wilson. Keely Dunham, Kenadee Ramage, Rowdy Ramage, Nathan Wilson. Judge for today is Slate May. Slate from Hoka. He works for Vanguard Electric over there. He is a judge extraordinaire, and we are very happy to have him over here today.
an honor to evaluate your livestock, but a bigger honor to work with your kids. I understand we're down some numbers from last year in the whole show, but that's not going to stop us from taking some time. I believe that a county show is made for these kids and these animals to get in the ring, get some experience before they go on down the road. So anyways, with that, a real nice set of heifers. I think we've got some differences in feet and legs. I chose to start the class with the what I call the combination heifer. She's got plenty of body and rib, real attractive through that front end. If I could change her a little bit, I might square her up in her hip. She wants to get a little rounder in her muscle pattern, but for me, she's got the most positives working for you. That's going to be your champion heifer. Heifer in second resembles your class winner. We just need to free her up. Give her a little more flexibility in those rear hocks. I think she wants to move around the ring a little rigid, and if we could just loosen her up a little, she might move up to win the class. Heifer in third, very interesting heifer, worlds of body and depth. For me, I don't know if it's just her sitting back on that halter or if that's actually her, but she wants to have a little extra set to her hock. When she walks around the ring, she wants to drop her hip a little. If we could just fix her, maybe reconstruct her hip, she would move on up. Good lengthy, good looking heifer in fourth. We just need to stouten her up at the ground, give her a little more muscle shape, and but a very nice class of heifers. Let's give them a big round of applause.
I need first out of class 1, which is Rowdy Ramage. First out of class 2 is Rowdy Ramage. And second close.
He's got a lot of message.
Well, good steer show. I know our numbers are down from last year, but quality was good all the way through. I just questioned the feet and legs on some of those down the line, but when we get these two out here, I think a pretty logical steer to win this deal would be the exotic steer. I know we questioned his front end maybe just a little bit. I'm hoping when we clip that thing for footwork, he gets a little longer fronted, maybe take some of that shoulder out, and I think he's going to blend real good. I think this boy's going to be happy with him, so let's give him a big round of applause.
grand champion steer goes to Rowdy Ramage. Okay, I need second place, Kenadee Ramage, out of class 2. Second place, Kenadee Ramage, out of class 2.
Well, we talked to Angus in class. I think that one makes a nice slick-shear Angus going down the road. We talked about how we might change his hip up just a little bit, raise that tail head up. I think he balances out a lot better if we could do that. Second place in your exotic deal, really, really cool looking one from the side, choke-throated, and I think there's more to this calf when you get up on him as opposed to being off of him. We talked about his color pattern. Maybe tends to look a little shallower body, but when you get up on him, I think he's got enough depth. That's going to be your reserve grain today.
Reserve champion steer goes to Kenadee Ramage. Okay, for showmanship, I need Rowdy, Kenadee, and Keely back in the ring. Okay, Red, we need you in the ring at this time.
kids a big round of applause. I want to talk to the kids for just a minute. I cannot stress the importance of showmanship. I speak from experience. I've got a 4th grader, and we're going through some growing pains, and it is very important. We've learned for you kids to work at home, so when you get down the road, your steers know how to perform, know how to show. I've got a quick story real quick. I taught ag for 7 years, and I had a family that wanted to get in the steer deal. We got them a couple of steers the first year, went down the road to the majors, made the sale. Second year, same thing. Third, same thing. That mama called me that 4th year, and she said, I want a steer that's going to win our county. She said, my son's a senior, never won a belt buckle, and I want a steer that's going to win our county. I explained to that mom, there is no guarantee on winning a show. The only thing that a kid can guarantee himself or herself is on showmanship. And I told that mama, I said, your boy needs to work hard, and he has the control to win that showmanship buckle. Everything else is out the window. So I want you kids to remember that as you're working at the barn. That is the one thing in this industry that you can control. We're going to award a junior and a senior showmanship. Is that right? Our junior showmanship is going to be this young lady with the black calf. Senior showmanship is going to be this young lady in the pink. Come on, big round of applause.
That the junior is going to be Kenadee Ramage, and the senior is Keely Dunham. Then we get to the overall championship, and the winner is, wait for it, Kenadee Ramage. Kenadee, you will compete for the Jimmy Day Black Award. All right. 5 minutes, sheep be getting ready. I need the champion Fine Wool Cross out of Class 1, Madison Price. Also, I need the champion Fine Wool out of Class 2, Kaitlynn Hart. And I need the champion medium wool out of Class 5, Kaitlynn Hart. And also I need the champion South Down, which is Payton Hart, in the ring at this time, please.
good sheep show. Let's give these kids a round of applause. I was impressed with the quality all the way through the sheep show. In fact, I think if you came in this building right now to watch the Grand Drive, you would have no clue that these three of these were single entry classes. I think the quality's that good. I think if we stuck some in their classes behind them, that they would reach the surface. I think those three are that good. But for today, the one that does it for me is going to be the young lady's medium wool. Let's give her a big round of applause. Talked to her in class how stout and chunky she was. We would like to lengthen her up, extend her in that front end, make her a little more attractive. But out of the ones we have out here, she's the stoutest. Main one, biggest behind her full ribs. She's going to be in reserve today. Let's give them a big round of applause.
And your reserve champion lamb also goes to Kaitlynn Hart. All right, at this time I need the junior showmanship. I need Keenan Gardner, Johnny Hernandez, and Payton Hart in the ring at this time, please. Keenan Gardner, Johnny Hernandez, and Payton Hart, junior showmanship.
showmanship, and I've learned that since my daughter started showing. So kudos to you young men. Are all three doing a great job. I think there's a fine line when you're showing sheep, the difference between overbracing and sitting there hanging and not relaxing too much. When I went and handled all three of these sheep, and when I walked around them, the one that had their sheep on point, and the one that gave me a good chest view every time I walked around front, Junior Showman's going to be this young man in the pink shirt. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Winner of Junior Showmanship goes to Payton Hart. Okay, now I need the senior showman in. I need Kaitlynn Hart, Doc Gardner, Laura Luna, Madison Price, and Carly Price in the show ring at this time, please. We are going to break about 15 or 20 minutes after the goat show. If you're hungry, you can eat something then. If you're on a diet, just disregard. But we'll break for lunch 15 or 20 minutes after the goat show. Then we'll have the hog.
I'm supposed to be working in concession stands, but there's so many people in there, so I just partake in it. That's Sharice. She's our best friend.
He laid it back on his shoulder. He got one bullet hole right through his arm.
Let's give these four senior showmen a big round of applause. I made it a little tougher on them. I asked them questions about feed, how much they're feeding at home, and if High Noon Feeds isn't endorsing your show, they should be, because I think all four of these sheep are on High Noon Feeds, so you might hit them up for a sponsorship. Just walking around these sheep and these exhibitors, there's one out here that just to me feels more comfortable in the ring. You can tell she has more ring experience. That's going to be the young lady on the end right here. She's going to be your champion senior showman.
champion senior showman goes to Kaitlynn Hart. Kaitlynn Hart is the winner of the overall champion showman. And Kaitlynn, you will show in the Jimmy Dale Black. The first place goes back in the arena, please. Kaitlynn Hart out of Class 1 and Payton Hart from Class 2.
Let's give all our GOAT exhibitors a big round of applause. We talked these two doe kids in class. I think both of them won their class pretty handily. We talked about our lightweight goat. If I could change her, I'd make her maybe just a little firmer to the touch. Maybe pick her up in her front end and give her a little more look from the side. That complements with this heavyweight goat. I think she is the one that's firmer to the touch, maybe a little more elegant throughout her front end. She's going to be your champion goat today. Let's give them a big round of applause.
We need the second place goat from my class. Kaitlynn, you stay. We need the second place goat, Mackenzie Thomason.
When we dropped that second place heavy in here, we talked to him in class. That's a bigger, rugged made one, good looking from the side. I think that thing's got a lot of pieces going for him. But when we compare him to our class winner out of the first class, I think that one is just better throughout her rib. She's stouter from behind, and she's going to be your reserve. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Reserve champion goat goes to Kaitlynn Hart. Okay, junior showmanship. I need Payton, Hart, and Mackenzie Thomason. Junior showmanship. I need Payton, Hart, and Mackenzie Thomason.
Give these 4 goat showmen out here a big round of applause. All 4 doing a great job. We've got 2 juniors, 2 seniors out here, and what it boils down to is being comfortable in the ring. There's 2 out here I can tell have been in the ring in and out quite a bit. They're more comfortable. They have their goats set up every time I walk by them. They give me that front view when I walk around the front. Not to say that the other 2 are not doing a great job. It just boils down to experience sometimes. The more you're in and out of the show ring, some of that will come to you. Your champion junior showman is going to be the young man in the front. Champion senior showman is going to be the young lady in the middle. And then your champion overall will also be the young lady in the middle. Give them a round of applause.
Take the 15 to 20. All 3 champions. All 3 champions. Noah Deleon and Burton. Kyla Rodriguez with Chester. Braylee Thompson with the cross. Kyla Rodriguez with the Duroc. Ian Hasley in the Hamp, Nathan Wilson with a spot, and Noah DeLeon with the York. I need all of these pigs at the holding pen at this time. We'll bring them out in order.
wrap this up. We've got a couple of pigs getting hot and tired, and I think I alluded to earlier that sometimes good is good enough. Sometimes you don't have to have that special quality, especially in a small classes or a county show. Sometimes just a good sound one can get it done. But today I think I found one that is a rarity and is pretty extra special. Going to be your young man's Burton Guild. She's going to be your champion. it's a lot closer between a couple. And my choice is going to be between the crossbred and the Yorkshire. Both really good, high quality pigs in my mind. I like the fault freeness of this cross, and I think with the feed bucket you can manipulate a lot of things and make that thing ready going down the road. But today the one that's the most ready for me is going to be the young man's York.
Grand champion Swine out of Class 1 Berkshire goes to Noah Deleon, and reserve champion is out of class number 8 York, also Noah Deleon. Congratulations. All right, I need these junior livestock exhibitors back into the ring. I need Brayley Thomason, Mackenzie Thomason, Kyla Rodriguez, and Ethan Whitworth. Junior livestock exhibitors back into the ring. Showman, big round of applause. Well, I think all four of these do an excellent job. The one thing that's hard to explain to young ones is when you get to a big show, how key spacing is. And to get a good look at a major, you've got to get away from that judge, in my opinion, get out where he can see you. This young lady did the best job of that driving your Duroc barrel. She's going to be your champion junior. Okay, junior showman was Kyla Rodriguez. Junior showman Kyla Rodriguez. She said it wasn't her dad's fault. Okay, senior exhibitors. I need Noah Deleon, Ian Hasley, Nathan Wilton, Josh Torres. That's Noah Deleon, Ian Hasley, Nathan Wilton, Josh Torres into the ring.
Before we wrap this deal up, I just want to thank Bailey County again for having me out and evaluating your livestock, but more importantly, working with your kids. I've had a great time. I wish all these kids good luck down the road. I've seen some animals here today that I think can go play on a major level, and you should be proud of that as a county. At this time, I think it'd be appropriate to give your county agent, ag teacher, all the ring help, everybody that makes this show possible, a big round of applause. This industry is very important to me and my family. It's the way I was raised. It's the way me and my wife have decided to raise our girls. And it may get tough from time to time financially, but I would not rather have my girls anywhere else than in a show ring. I think that it's so important for kids today to learn responsibility and make friends all over the state. And it's just a program I believe in and that I think is got a great future ahead of it, especially with young ones like this. Let's give all these senior show exhibitors a big round of applause. You know, all four of these do a great job. There's one in my mind, he just exemplifies his guilt in the show ring. Always has good spacing. Oh, it doesn't get in a hurry. It's going to be your young man in the red checkered shirt in the corner. I think he does a great job. Let's give him a big round of applause.
All right, senior showman goes to senior showmanship goes to Noah Deleon, and also overall showmanship goes to Noah Deleon. We're fixing to do the Jimmy Dale Black, and the names that I call, we're going to start at 2:30. You need to make arrangements for a dairy cow, sheep, and a hog. So if I call your name, you make arrangements for a dairy heifer, a sheep, and a hog for the Jimmy Dale Black. All right, I need Jaxson Burrus, Kenadee Ramage, Kaitlynn Hart, and Noah Deleon. Those names that I called, in 30 minutes we'll start the Jimmy Dale Black. So you have that time to get ready. was an MHS graduate. During his high school years, he was an active participant of the FFA organization, and here he displayed good leadership and involvement. For his efforts, he held several honors and offices. After his high school years, he still displayed a great concern for the betterment of the achievements of others in FFA. When his son Tim Black was high school age, he carried on the tradition of black competitiveness and followed in his father's footsteps. Due to the time, effort, and hard work, Jimmy Dale contributed to the FFA organization. After his death, many of his friends, relatives, and people he had helped decided to repay him by donating money to buy a plaque in memory of his effort. This was begun in 1973, and today the tradition of the award is still carried on by the Bailey County Junior Livestock Show Board, showing that his dedication toward outstanding achievement is still remembered through the concern and caringness of the Muleshoe community. The Jimmy Dale Black Award is one of the highest awards given at the Bailey County Stock Show, and is given annually to a young person who demonstrates exceptional ability in showmanship at the local show. It represents the continuation of excellence by youth exhibiting their livestock projects at the local show or at major shows throughout the state.
everybody give these showmen a round of applause. You know, the Jimmy Dale Black Award has been around for years, and it's a great honor to these kids to win it. And you can only win it once, and then you cannot compete the next several years. It's interesting to see the young kids as they come out and they get out of their element. You know, you got your steer shower, how she's great at steers. You got your pig shower, your lamb shower, or your dairy showers. You know, you can tell real quick they are really good in their particular species, but you throw them out here in something different, it makes a lot of difference. And the questions you ask the kids, the way they handle themselves in the ring, but we've got 4 competitors up here that did a great job. And Thurman Myers and myself, after going over with all the kids in the different species, we graded each one in every species that they showed. And this year was extremely close. I'm telling you, real close. But this year, we had one, really the top 2, but the best one this year was Miss Hart, Kaitlynn Hart. She'll be your Jimmy Dale Black Award winner.
Congratulations, y'all. Y'all need to do that.